Hello everyone, I am Sampor and I am from Group 1 and this is my presentation video, and in this video I am going to talk about a story which is about a letter from Thailand, and the main topic that I am going to talk about is about the business management, and it focuses on how to deal with the business and staff issue. And so here is my content. So I have 4 main points, such as about the introduction, sim analysis, and research information, and one more is about competition, and the last one is about what I have learned and conclusion. And so without further ado, let's get started. Okay, and so letter from Thailand is a story which was written by an author who named Bhutan, and this story was originally published in 1987. And in the story it shows about the character of Tan Seong-yu, a young man who left China to make a fortune in Thailand at the close of World War II, and end up with marrying, raising a family, and operating a successful business. The novel unfolds through his letter to his beloved mother in China. In the story, there are some important themes such as about the family, gender inequality, business, and etc. And among these themes, business seems to be a remarkable one in the story. So, as I have mentioned in this presentation, I am going to talk about the business management, and it focuses on how to deal with the business and staff problem. So, at first you have to know what is the business. So, in short, business it refers to the commercial activity, and within the business, management is is a way that can help your business to stay stable and expand. And business management it refers to the managing, the coordination and organization of the business activity. In the story letter from Thailand, I found that the character in the story managed their business by using some strategies, such as I found that 3 points that they used to deal with their business, such as the operation management, financial management, and employee management. And so now let's move on. Okay, so this point is about sim analysis and research information. So the first one is about operation management. So operation management it refers to the administration of the business practice to create the high level of efficiency possible within an organization. So if we look to our story, we see that after Seong-yu got married to his wife Mui-eng, he had to run a few business, such as the family business, which was asked by his adopted father, and the business in the factories as well. With running this kind of business, Seong-yu seems to struggle and face with many challenges, because he was just a bookkeeper, and it seems too difficult for him to run those businesses. The business seems to get slow due to the lack of the customer, and some customer buy his product on credit. However, Seong-yu still had his solution to deal with it. Seong-yu used his solution by continuing to operate it and provide the easy services to his customers, such as he imported the commodity from other province, such as the fruit and something else, in order not to let his customer to buy those kind of things at anywhere else. Besides this business at home, Seong-yu and his adopted father also had another business, which is in the factories. In this business, they manage their operation by choosing the location to build the factory building, buy some machine and equipment for this operation, and especially they have to hire the right personnel to work in this business as well. And so the next one is from our research information. It says that the solution to the lack of a customer, and in order to have the operation to be better, is to invent the technology. So, and some researcher shows that the invention in technology can help the business owner to run the operation efficiently. Especially it help to promote the business to the customer easily. Invention in technology such as Google, social media, telephone, and etc. And this kind of technology may help the business owner to manage the operation by selling their product through online, and this seems to be a convenient way to help the customer to find out about the product, and so the operation of the business owner will get improved by using technology. So, and now it is all for this point. Let's move on to the next one, is about financial management. So for the financial management, it can refer to the strategic planning, organizing, directing, and controlling of financial undertaking in an organization or institution. So in the story, running the business, Song Yu and his adopted father seem to face with financial problem. The reason is that they just started this business, and it also from the lack of the customer, so it make their profit tend to get low. The solution to this is that Song Yu needed to take his father's advice by being patient and wait until the people were willing to buy his product. His product. And another reason is about his business at home. Customer likes to buy his product by giving him credit rather than cash. This means that the customer can buy his product and pay him at a later time. As the result, the profit could not cover the cost. When Song Yu asked his money back from those customers, just a few of them agreed to pay. For the reason, Song Yu found out that it is not good for him to run his business with this situation. So he need an assistant to help him with this problem. So later on, he met a Chinese businessman, and that businessman told Song Yu told Song Yu how to manage his financial by importing goods such as fruit and food from the various part of Thailand to sell in order to make more money. For the reason, it may help his business to improve more profits. So for the research information, it say that the capital is very important for the business owner to run the operation. The solution to the financial problem is that when you get the problem while you are running the business, you should take loan from the banks and financial institutions in order to support and help your business running, because for this you have to know that apart for this you have to know that when you have to know that you can handle to pay back to the bank while you are running your business. For small business, it seems a little difficult. So instead of dealing the problem with the solution, so the owner of the small business need to do the assessment to find the problem and then act according to what you have found and be flexible with that situation. And so now let's move on to the next point. Is about employee management. So for employee management, it refers to the effort to have the employee to do their best each day in order to achieve the goal, achieve the larger goal for the organization. So in the story, Song Yu also faced another problem with his business at home related to the employee, because Kim is his friend. So Kim had to leave him and his business to live with his wife after he got married. So when Kim when Kim stay with Song Yu, he have him with a handful work, but when he started to leave him, Song Yu seemed to get more burden for running his business. But Song Yu still However, Song Yu still had his solution to fix this problem. After Kim left, Song Yu planned to train the new employee in order to replace Kim work. Song Yu believed that training the new employee can help him with doing this work efficiently. Another employee management is that when Song Yu and his adopted father opened factories, they needed to hire the employee. So Song Yu and his father like hiring Chinese people than Thai people because they thought that Thai people are lazy and avoiding their work compared to the Chinese people who are active and dependable. So from our research information, it says that the employees significantly contribute to your business improvement. Training employee is a way that can help them more efficient and qualified to work harder in your business. Hiring the right employee is also an essential way to help your business run smoothly. And research shows that hiring the dependable and trustful person will benefit you when you run an operation, because those kind of people will be honest and grateful when they work as your employee. And working with this kind of employee, you will not be afraid of any betrayal activity or the other activity that affect your business improvement. So now it is all for this point. Let's move on to the next one. Is about the competition. So in this point, I am going to compare the information from the interview with the information related to the scene in the story. So for the interview, I have conducted an interview with a Chinese Cambodian businessman who lives in my hometown. So he is 28 years old, and he was born as a half-blood son, whose his father is Chinese and his mother is Cambodian. And his business is about he is a seller of the building material, and but it is not too big. It's just a simple business which he has several staff who work with him. So by conducting an interview with him regarding to the research question, so I gain a lot of information related to the business management that is focused on how to deal with the business and staff problem. And so for the operation management, he said that before he run an operation, he has to be sure. He said he has to think about what kind of thing should he sell, and he mentioned that location is an important one. Location is an important one because you need to think about it and to find out about it, because you need to think that it is good or not for running your business. And he also need to think when he open that business, and how should he do to attract the customer to buy his product. And he also think that what should he do to make the customers enjoy with all his services. And for one more is about financial management. He said that the way that he manage his money is that he also has to be sure about his money. He need to find out how much should he spend to import those kind of product, and how much he expect to get when he sell those kind of product to his customer. He said he used to face with several problem for a few he said he used to face with financial problem for a few time in his business, because at the beginning of his business he seems to spend a lot of money to buy something to put in his shop, and he get a little profit from his business. But he did not stop. He still invested more, and day after day, a lot of people seem to know about his product, and now his business seems to be profitable. And for the employee management, he also said that he liked choosing those people who are hardworking because his business need people who are strong at carrying those kind of things. However, he also continued that he need to hire the staff who behave honestly to him and listen to him, and he thinks that working with hardworking and honest people can make him feel well without concerning their complaining and disloyalty. And so if we compare this information to the information in the story, so we see that the way that they manage their business seems to have a little different and a lot of similarity. So here is about the similarity and the differences between the information from the interview and the information in the story. So for the similarity, there are 3 points, such as about the business operation, dealing with financial problem, and employee management. So for the business operation, the reason that it's similar is because in the story, when Song Yu and his adopted father opened a factory, they needed to choose a location in order to build the factories. Moreover, after they already built, they had to buy some equipment to put in their factories as well. And if I compare to my respondent, he also stated in common, such as before he opened his shop, he need to think about the location, and he also need to buy those building material to sell for his customer. And for the dealing with financial problem, the reason why it's similar is because in the story, when Song Yu had a trouble with his finance due to the lack of the customer, and some customer buy his product on credit. So by facing this problem, Song Yu did not stop running his business, and he still continued to import more product to sell in his business. So at the end of the day, he seems to get well with his business and especially his income. And if we compare, if I compare to my respondent, as as I already mentioned, he seems to be challenging with his income at the beginning of his business, but he still continue it from day to day by trying to manage it carefully, and so until nowadays his business become bigger and more profitable. And for the employee management, the reason that the similarity in this point is that for hiring employee, Song Yu and his father like hiring Chinese people because they think Chinese people are hardworking and dependable, and they believe that those Chinese people will help their business to get improved. Compared to my interviewee, he also like hiring to those who are hardworking and dependable because he thinks working with this kind of people, he may not concern about something in his business. So for the different, there is only one difference for this information. It is about the employee training. So in the story, like in the story, Song Yu like to train the employee after his friend Kim left him from his business because he saw that training the employee can help them to have more ability to do their work. This tend to be different to my respondent. He said that he doesn't like training employee due to he had no free time. And one more thing is that his business is about selling the building material, so he doesn't need to train the employee. he just like to choose those people who are strong at carry those kind of things. And so now let's move on to the next one is about um, what I have learned. So I think like sorry by doing the assignment I feels like it benefit me a lot, such as first of all it provide me a lot of knowledge and I can deeply understand about the story letter from Thailand. And the other most important thing is that by doing this assignment I significantly learn it significantly helped me to learn and understand about the business, especially the business management. Even if now I am not a businessman, I feels like I am able to have some idea of how to manage the business, such as how to manage the operation, how to manage the finance as well as the employee. And I think that it really meaningful for me because it may help me if I want to run any kind of business in the near future. So one more thing is that it helped me to learn about how to analyze the situation in the story with the information that I have found from the outside sources, and also with the real situation by conducting the interview with the real person. And so now finally my presentation comes to the conclusion. So for the conclusion I just want to say Letter from Thailand is a story that seems to be a meaningful story, especially for those who run the business. Because within the story it displays about some strategy for dealing with the business problem, as well as the other strategy to manage the business, such as operation management, financial management, and employee management. Last but not least, the story and the assignment significantly improved me a lot with the knowledge, such as about reading skill, vocabulary, and especially it make me more responsible. So now I think it is all for this presentation. So thank you to everyone for watching to my video. And so I am sorry if I have any mistake with my explanation, and I hope you understand. So now thank you.